surface level readings of the Declaration of Independence and Thomas Paine's Common Sense would lead the reader to believe uh, that they are very, very similar tracks. And this has to do with them generally following a lot of the same tendencies of other public writings made during this time, such as appealing to moralistic philosophy, um, what is naturally occurring in nature, with all the ties to the Enlightenment that caused the American Revolution to begin with. There's a lot of uh, appealing to what is naturally occurring in nature. But as you progress through the readings of each of these documents, you'll find some differences. And one of the most striking differences is how the Declaration of Independence um, is very targeted with its grievances, whereas uh, Thomas Paine's Common Sense is more vague, not necessarily trying to blame a specific person for the problems, more of saying like this is a inevitable thing. So, for example, in the Declaration of Independence, it repeatedly says he has refused his assent of laws. He has forbidden his governors to pass laws. He has refused to pass other laws. He has dissolved representative houses. He has obstructed the administration of justice. He has made judges dependent on his will alone. So they wrote a very specific and long set of grievances made by King George, and they're saying because of these actions, the liberty of the American colonists has been violated, and therefore they can revolt. And that actually generally follows the similar structure of uh, Common Sense, Thomas Paine's Common Sense. The Declaration of Independence begins by saying that the political bonds that connected the colonies with Great Britain have been dissolved by all those actions, and therefore they have to list out the reasons uh, for their political uh, separation with Great Britain, and then they can follow through with that separation. They've essentially followed through their part of the political bond, and now they can go and be their own country. Uh, this is slightly different from the work of Thomas Paine. Uh, he follows the same general um, moralistic argument that the liberties of the colonists are being violated, and that this is also framed within a larger uh, conflict between liberty and tyranny, or virtue and vice. Uh, but Thomas Paine, interestingly enough, a little bit surprising to me, honestly, he doesn't get insanely specific with who he's blaming the problems for uh, the need to separate, who's breaking uh, the political bonds as it's framed in the Declaration of Independence. It's more of just general arguments of how um, the institution of the English Constitution is not uh, being correctly applied to the colonists, and how the whole uh, political relationship between the American colonists and the Great Britain is set up for the continual mistreatment of the American colonists. Thank you.